Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for yet another episode of Dies Irae, and to be actually correct, we're going to continue interview with Kaziklu Bey. So, just beat the prologue last time, got a little bit of backstory for Bey, for his family, and we got a bunch of new characters in the opening sequence, like this girl. Who is she? Like, I don't know. Anyway, let's just continue and maybe we'll find out straight from the beginning, maybe later. She have also white hair, so maybe they are somehow related to something? I don't know. Probably not, because he basically like off his whole family beforehand, but I don't know. Well, anyway, let's just continue. Let's go. Okay. Yep, okay. We are continuing where we ended up with the prologue.
時期も事情もそれぞれ微妙に違ったが、共通しているのは皆が皆黄金に見せられたっていうことだよ。いや、壊されたっていう方が正しいか。この世にああいう存在がいる。そう認識することで、ドイツも世界観がひっくり返ったのさ。それがいいか悪いか、祝福とするか呪いとするかは個人ごと勝手にすりゃいい。ザミエルあたりなら祝福じゃなきゃなんなんだと切れるだろうが、俺はあいつほど石頭じゃねえ。捉え方の自由くらいは認めている。
Okay. I have a feeling like the music is a little bit too silent. So, 1 second. So I found out that not found out. I feel like the responsiveness of the game is like kind of weird, like staggering at times. When you click something, you have to like wait a little second. Just increase a little bit of like actually audio, like background music should be fine. Okay.
例えば、あいつにとって尊いものはすなわち火で、ハイドリ秘境をそう定義してるだろう。だが俺にとってあの人は闇だ。金色の闇。
Why the CGs in this game are so good? In the original they were good, but this, like I said before, like I cannot like really say which ones are better, but I have a feeling like this actually like feels like proper like Dies Irae art. I don't know why. Like this Reinhardt looks fucking awesome.
どっちも崇めているのは同じだがよ。概念付けの結果としちゃ真逆に近いもんだろう。そんな風に人それぞれの敬い方があっていいと思う。
Okay.
単に怖くてビビりまくってるから従ってるんでも構わねえ。畏怖も畏敬も同型も言い方が違うだけで似たようなもんだから。大事なのはあの人が遥か遠いところに存在し、俺たちとは一線どころか全てを隠しているとわきまえること。
Yeah, we can say that. He have a plan, but most likely it's Mercurius' plan, you know, but they don't know that.
自分はラインハルト・ハイドリヒより強いだの。あの人の波動を頓挫させることができるだの。そういう気の狂った思い違いをしてなきゃあと何でもいいんだよ。
Okay.
俺はあの人のソーガだからな。黄金に盾つくやつは許さねえ。たとえそれがどんなに珍家なもんだろうと潰すし殺すし叩き壊す。その上であの人の世界を全て受け入れる。いや、この言い方は不敬だな。黄金の示す。
This is actually a good point.
俺の存在は反していねえと信じ。
This is actually a good point. His existence doesn't reject his hegemony. They would be like pretty good fit for this world. I mean, he would die because Reinhardt craving is basically to love everything, and love everything means death for him, so yeah. Pretty much same for Bey, but Bey is included in the hegemony of Reinhardt, so...
ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグが捧げる宙はそういう形だ。正統派だろ？これでも騎士の名誉は大事にするんだ。似合わねえとあんたは思ってるかもしれねえが、何が何でもてめえが一番じゃなきゃ許せないほどガキじゃねえんだ。 もちろんそりゃ自分より強い相手には逆らわないって意味じゃないぜ。
Okay.
そいつのことが気に食わなければ、たとえどれほどの格上だろうと俺は膝なんか屈さねえよ。悲願の力量さを見切る力は大事だが、それでみんな片付けるなら機械と同じだ。生きてるとさえ表現できねえ。ああ、この言い方じゃさっきの主張と食い違うか。
Yeah.
アイドル秘境に盾つくやつは許さないっていうスタンスとよ。そいつらにしたところで黄金が気に食わないと思うからこそ歯向かうんだろうし、相応の矜持も覚悟もあるんだろう。だからきっとこれは単純な話なんだよ。俺はハイドリ秘境に惚れてるっていうだけのこと。
Also, if she's like doubting him, maybe because we don't know, like she's not like trying to stop his story, basically, right? But she had like valid points to doubt his story, right? I mean, he just claimed to be a vampire. Like we don't have like, she didn't have any proof, probably, right? Like he can just like shot the gun or something, you know, and just like prove everything. But he's literally bulletproof.
不遜な物言いになっちまうし、重くせえ誤解もされたかねえが、平たく言えや好感が持てるから従ってるだけだ。騎士の名誉もだいぶ俗になっちまったが、これは大事なことだと思うぜ。暗君に辟易しながら従うなんて、それこそ最悪の無様だろ。
Yep. Okay, that's why we like Bey. We can respect that. This guy knows what he wants.
と長くなっちまったが、そんなわけで俺は国円卓の4位になった。生異物人気融合。
Oh wow, we get like full type.
信じる信じないは勝手だが、以降今まで俺が一切年を取ってないのはそういうことだよ。
Agner Bear Fusion type Educate.
老いも病も跳ねのけてる。吸血鬼のあり方としちゃこれもまた正統派だろ。実際は魔術の見業ってことらしいが、まあそこら辺はどうでもいい。
Yeah.
深く考えたくねえんだよ。なぜならカール・クラフト・メルクリウス。これは奴に授けられた。
Stot to me. Yeah, I was like always like wondering how did they got their powers like in specific, like like something like with Rusauka, like suddenly had ability and like, you know, unconsciously could use it because Rusauka kind of been the case for that, right? And everyone else, like, did he like actually told them, hey, you can do this and like do that, or what? I love this great effect. Why this great effect is so good?
俺がこの世で上だと認めたのはハイドリ秘境一人だけだが、計り知れねえのはメルクリウスだ。何より気持ち悪く気に食わない相手だったと言っていい。
Yeah.
きっとそこはドイツも同じなんじゃねえのかな。嫌ってる理由自体はそれぞれ違うかもしれねえがよ、俺に限ればたった一つ。あいつが弱そうだったからだ。
Okay. Interesting. He felt he's weak. Okay.
矛盾する？意味がわからない？ OK。じゃあ簡単に説明しよう。
Yeah.
例えば老いぼれて病に侵されくたばりかけの生き物がいたとする。体ろくに動かねえし、頭もおかしくなってるから勘も思考も鈍りまくりだ。本能だってもうまともには機能してる。
Okay.
そんな生き物は問答無用で弱いだろう。自然淘汰されるのを待つばかりの害にすらなってねえ老衆だと言っていい。だがよ、それがライオンなら、クマなら、トラなら、いや恐竜だったらどう思う？たとえどれだけ弱っていようが T レックスは圧倒的だ。針の力でどうこうできる。
Okay, so that's what his perspective for Mercurius is. I see.
数億匹も集まればいけるんじゃねえかって。まあそりゃそうかもしんねえが、そういうツッコミはやめてくれよ。こちとら大して学もねえんだ。そんなポンポンベストな例えなんか出せねえよ。とにかく俺がメルクリウスに感じた印象はそれに近く、 もっとタチが悪かった。本当にあら一体何だったのか。もしかしたら恐竜よりもでかかったのか。そこは未だもってわからねえがよ。
Yeah, you really don't know.
ただこいつは弱い。死にかけてるし衰えてる。きっと全盛期の1割にさえ及んでいないというのは感じた。
I mean, he's like constantly in his prime, basically.
にもかかわらず圧倒的に計り知れないものだと感じる。アリの視点じゃ理解できない何かのように。
Uh-huh.
がヒルアンドンを気取ってるんだ。私はしがない魔術師で何の力もないから何もしないピエロでございます。
Yeah.
まったく不愉快どころの話じゃないぜ。つい殺せるんじゃねえかと思っちまう一瞬。だが錯覚だったと気づく一瞬。この二つが野郎の前に立つと延々繰り返されるんだ。あら、そういう終わらねえ堂々巡りを周りにばらまく何かだった。
I mean, if you think about this, like Mercurius in like his like form when he's just like walking and stuff, as like his like car craft basically, he does give a vibe like this, right? Like he's been like in the cell at the Gestapo. He looked like a weak human basically, but at the same time he gave like the vibe of like he's like not giving a fuck for like anything, because he knows like how good he is.
おかげで自分がアホに見える。そう指摘され続けてる気分になる。踊れ踊れ。私の手のひらをくるくる回り続けろと。だから心底気に食わねえ。ハイドリ秘境に唯一欠点があるとすれば、あんなもんと仲がいいっていうことだ。俺の究極的理想を言うとな、あの人がいつかメルクリウスを倒すことだ。その聖戦に俺がソーガとして加わることだ。
If you think about this, technically Bay had a chance. Like Reinhardt didn't really. Actually, Reinhardt used him. Did he? Yeah, Reinhardt used him against Mercurius. His dream became true. Actually, in Dies Irae.
そんな未来が来るか来ないかわからねえが夢見てる。対戦当時はそこまで明確に考えちゃいなかったが、近いことは思ってたはずだぜ。黒煙卓の騎士として俺はあの頃からそうだった。実戦を繰り返し魂を蓄え続け、ハイドリ秘境の暗殺事件を経ていよいよ盛大に何かが動き始める予兆を感じていた自分。
Lord H. Oh yeah, assassination like in the World War. Yeah, right. Assassination attempt.
1944年のバーンカだったな。最後のマキナが円卓に加わるほんの少し前のこと。
Okay.
ワルシャワ放棄戦。ヘルガとは違う意味で初めての相手になった女のことを話そうと思う。
Okay.
そいつとの出会いからしまいまでよな。
Very end of our story. Interesting. You met someone at Warsaw. Okay, this is actually cool. Cool dialogue box with Bay here. I'm sorry everyone, it wasn't that loud for me because I specifically turned down the volume of the game itself, like in the system for myself, but I saw that extreme peak on the OBS that you probably heard. Holy Jesus. Sorry. If you had like normal like audio, then holy Jesus. Sounds effect. I think it's this one, right? So let me get it like a little bit lower than the music probably. Or something around the same as music. Yeah. I'm sorry. I destroyed them, twisted them apart, tore them to pieces and squeezed them dry. Then I absorbed their life until they were all dried up. I love this box here. This is so good. So you're not saying this, but like on this side, we have like a little fence. Basically, here. If I had anything that could be called a fighting style, that was the best description for it. I trampled my enemies with all my might, leaving them as little more than undignified gore. I knew pretty damn well I was being crude and brutish. By that point, I had a general idea for how normal people viewed things. What of it though? Sure, I don't give a shit about society standards, but I wasn't purposefully trying to stray away from the reader. If anything, it just happened that my style fit a certain template. It definitely wasn't like I was just some little brat trying to look cool by doing bad things. I mean, he constantly is trying to look cool and it actually working out. Bey is actually constantly cool in Dies Irae. I don't think like... Is there like some lame moment for Bey in Dies Irae? Let me know in the comments if you can find something out. I don't know. Is there something lame about Bey? I'm very curious about your answer, if you actually find something. Maybe there's something I forgot. This was just a matter of what I preferred and what I was good at. Going quiet simply felt right to me, and I couldn't do things any other way. It was something that had become a part of me during the nights I'd spent hunting cats and dogs. I believed it was normal for people to be good at what they're like doing, and the reverse was true as well. I was good at fighting using my style. It gave me the best results, so I naturally came to enjoy it. So many animations.
Kaziklu Bey様をどうにかできるとでも思ってんのか?
I really needed this game. I didn't recognize I needed more of Bey until I started reading this. I never held back, or wasn't even planning on it. My nature was that of the taker. Vampires were hunters who did nothing but plunder, drinking blood for as long as their hunger welded. Okay, just like normal like soldiers in uprising. Okay, because I assume it's in the Warsaw, right? Like he said he met this girl in Warsaw, so probably. Thus, I wasn't restraining myself this time either. Friends or foe, it didn't matter to me. I simply had no reason to be considerate of worthless humans. All of them were the mere sustenance for me to feed on. With a booming cackle, I summoned my knight of blood-stained roses, dooming all caught within to painful demise. How did that girl stop you from killing her? How did that even happen? We have actual animation for this happening this time. Cool. Okay. The creation figment was the degree in which we created a law, the manifestation of the greatest craving burning within our hearts. Everyone had an ideal they wanted to realize, but a truth they wished to force upon others. A creation figment was a way to create a world where that became an absolute law. Though there was a difference in transcendences, were directed inwards while hegemonies went outwards. Whichever it was, it made the user's long-cherished dream become reality. Though limited, it formed a world where you were God and your craving was a commandment.
落ちて砕けて干からびろ
That's a unique CG for Bey. Holy Jesus. He looks crazy on this one. Not like scary or... I cannot like say it's scary. I can say it's crazy. He looks like a crazy bastard. I would be scared when this thing would like just like rush on me. Holy Jesus. Nice. Nice. I wonder what kind of word I desired. Isn't it obvious? I wish for the realm of endless night. I needed no light of day, for the night shall be my chief domain. What else could a vampire really want? Sure, I could make it eternal, but I could unconditionally bring night upon an area within 500 meters radius. Oh, we have actually the radius now! We never got this information in Dies Irae. Cool! I like technicalities of like powers and stuff. Radius of me. And no one cut inside, couldn't escape until I either undid it or died. It wasn't even all that costly. Well, being a hegemony that changed the world and the space for the pretty large area, it couldn't stay active for long, but it had a special feature that made up for that. Yep, he could suck up the life. I think it's still loud, isn't it? Like the effects? I didn't check now the audio on the OBS. I think like it's still loud. Anyone consumed by my creation pigment had their life drained just by being there, which meant I'd grow stronger for as long as there was someone for me to ravage. Yep. And also, if like this is actually going to be too loud, actually I would just like turn down a little bit of volume in the editing, I think, so you won't have this as loud as I see. Yeah. That didn't mean I couldn't keep up as long as I had fuel. But even so, for the hegemony type, it was pretty damn user-friendly. Though that might have had something to do with the fact it had transcendence features. When the Night of the Bloodstained Roses was active, I became a pure vampire, just like the Staff of Legends, yep. And that's why Shiro could deal with you in this state. I knew full well that I was born to humans. That was an objective fact. Still, I also had my unwavering pride as the true ancestor, and this was its physical manifestation. It was a transcendence, a means of turning your very self into a different world. I was probably the only one at the obsidian table who wielded such a hybrid. I think that's true. There were more special cases, like Tripa is a special case as well, right? It's also Transcendence with Hegemony, I think, maybe? I mean, he can manifest like Reinhardt's weapon, that's part of Hegemony, I think, right? And Transcendence is the Divine Vessel. Am I right? Naturally, my world is strong, weak, and beautiful. Sure, fusion types couldn't think straight when we went too wild, but it was bad enough to be a negative. Nice. I was pretty high at that moment. I could feel the splendor of the night from my fangs, which brought about a little side effect. Oh! We are going to have conversation with Helga in this one? He's going to talk with his Akner bear? Wait, what? Okay, this is going to be interesting. Every now and then, I could hear a voice coming from the deepest part of my consciousness. It was Helga, and I could feel her like she was next to me. No, maybe even closer. Okay.
私何だってしちゃう。昔はいつもひもじい思いをさせてごめんね。あなたが何を欲しがってるのかなかなか気づいてあげることができなくて、だけど今ならよくわかる。あなたに愛され奪われて一つになって理解したのよ。それはとっても幸せなこと。これから先も与えてあげるし一緒にいるわ。ねえビル、私は美味しかった。
What a question, holy shit. Wow. Wow. This CG of Wilhelm is also cool. Bey. Her head was as empty as always. That was my sister and mom. And she hasn't changed a bit. Is like Bey aware that it's his Agner bear that's like took a form of Helga basically? Or he actually thinks that like Helga like consciousness, soul is like within him and it's like separate thing from Agner bear. I wonder if he's like aware of that. That it's like basically changed its form into Helga.
お呼びじゃねえんだよ、腐らいんばい。突っ込んだろや。またぶち殺すぞ。
It doesn't like make much of a difference if you think about this, but still, like it's like can be distinguished. So I wonder what he thinks.
なんて優しい子なのあなたは。そんなに私のことを大事に思ってくれるのね。ありがとうビルヘルム。お母さん、世界一の幸せ者よ。
Yep, just as we remember from this era. Still the same. It didn't even feel like we were having a conversation. That's what I meant when I'd said she didn't have the capacity for the slightest bit of sense. No matter what happened to her in the world, to her, the world was this a pretty little flower garden. Wait, what? No matter what happened, to her the world was this pretty little flower garden, where everything was always fine and dandy. Well, now it was the rose garden, and she became both the princess and the gardener for all eternity. Okay. I think he's aware then that it's like basically Agner Bear is Helga. I mean, turned into Helga form. Despite my grumbling, I didn't really dislike these talks. After all, the beach was like a trophy to me, and having her around helped me remember how happy I was the moment I killed her. Great! A vampire prey became a part of him, you know? Helga was the first one I took as I became certain of my true nature, so she was like a medal to me. Sure, she had no idea when to stop talking, but I did like it when she withered within me, covered completely in the reddest of blood. I could only hear her, but the world was drowned in grudges and bloodshed, and I was just feeling really fucking good. Because of that, hearing Helga's voice always made me feel complete. Okay. That's a new information. Honestly, I wouldn't mind thanking Mercurius for giving me a chance to experience something so pleasurable. I didn't mean the power itself, but the uniqueness of its manifestation. I could be proud of the fact that it belongs to me and me alone. You know, what I said about creation pigments needing craving? Well, it's based on that. Even if all our powers came from the same sorcery, what we actually got ultimately dependent on what you want. Imagine someone acting like hot shit just because he got a pistol. Could be fucking brain dead. A pistol was a pistol, regardless of who was using it, and if he grew stronger because of it, well, all thanks to the gun alone. There was no inseparable bond between a pistol and its wielder. My Evocate and Agner Bear, on the other hand, were like a furnace and a bunch of iron. What I made of it was up to me to decide. That's actually pretty cool analogy, I like it. I like how what kind of analogy he made here. shaping your own destiny and create your own weapon. No one else but me could create the Night of Bloodstained Roses and became what it was solely because of me. I'd say that was a pretty huge difference. I think like this is understatement. I mean overstatement. Like I don't think like that's actually a truth. Like no one else but me could create Night of Bloodstained Roses. If we get someone like as fucked as Bey, he would create Bloodstained Roses as well, I think. Because if this is like all depending on the craving, sure, everyone can have like different craving, but it doesn't mean like there cannot be like there's like no other person that have exactly same craving as you. So I would say like someone somewhere must be pretty much like the same. Maybe not like feeling like him, like maybe not exactly the same. I mean, technically could be someone who also thinks of himself as the vampire and became a vampire during that night. But at the like least, there must be a person who can just like create the eternal light that stuck out the life force out of people because like he feels like he's a vampire. Even like without turning himself into the vampire, you know? Like part of it, maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like someone could create this. But you know, we just never saw it because like Epic users are like extremely limited, okay?
食べたくなったらまた呼んでね。いつでもあなたのそばにいる。
And I don't think you need Helga for that. She's just a special case. And he just made her part of his Epic.
愛してるわ、イルヘルム。愛してる。愛してる。
Yeah, she was pissed last time when they started. Like Schreiber was fighting with Bey, and Shiro was like, "Oh, Bey is being bullied. You're Wilhelm."
あなたを愛してるのよ。
Thanks! So what was that? Anyway, I was in the middle of the thrashing war, so completely draining allies and enemies alike. The fact that Helga's voice was fading signaled the end of the Night of the Bloodstained Roses. This meant two things. First, everyone with my creation figment was dead. Without anyone left for me to drain, there was no point in wasting fuel, souls, just to keep this ward active. Second, and this was something new for me too, mind you.
どうやら心で満杯かよ。
Oh. Wait, he actually feels full? Wait. You can... Bey can eat to full? Since when? I became aware of the limits of souls I, as a Reaper, could gather. I didn't knew they have limit. I feel like they can like grow like all the time without like any limits. There's like no expansion limit basically for their souls to grow. There's actually a limit? I mean... Okay, there is. Okay. I forgot about this because it's been only case for Trifa one time. I forgot about this. True, there is a limit. Because Trifa can command basically Lance and be like in the divine, like while he's like in the divine vessel, he have ability to command the Legion, right? But when he got weakened and the divine vessel got broken, then like the soul starts escaping and he had only his soul. He couldn't contain all the souls that's basically belonged to Reinhardt, if you think about this, because it was his body. So yeah, the quality of the soul seems to actually have a limit. I'd never applied this to any other LDO member before. I forgot about this. That was only the case with Trifa, and I never thought that could be the case for others. Because Trifa is special. Huh. Interesting. There was no way for me to gouge it. That was probably in 7 to 8,000 range. That was all I had, and I thought gathering more wouldn't be smart. Why? This was just an assumption, but I felt it was similar to overfilling a balloon. Either the Agner bear would break, or the flesh would blow up, and to us, either of one of those meant death. Sure, a little bit of overeating probably wasn't that big of a deal, but the risk was still there, and taking it wasn't the smartest thing you could do. That was with my instincts told me to, that's why my instincts told me to chill. Okay, never mind. I thought I listened and stopped rampaging. Though I listened and stopped rampaging, I was still boiling inside. Yeah, need to like blow up some souls basically to eat again. I drained everyone around me, but the battlefield as a whole still had many more prey. It was like I'd found the perfect hunting grounds. Got all the game I could carry. I couldn't take any more, despite there still being a tons. This is like extremely interesting actually, because this is the first time when LDO member is like unable to fight because he have too many souls. That's never been the case. So if they fight too much basically in some battle, they can be useless in the next one. I mean, not useless because he still fight, but he cannot kill anyone, right? Because that would absorb the soul. Huh! My only option were dropping some of what I had or ending the hand altogether. Oh, you can actually drop the souls. Okay, never mind. So you just empty it and just like go in. Never mind. Everyone would be pissed off, especially when they were basically being told they were too weak, small and talentless to carry anymore. Yeah, and in case of Bey, that's like extremely humiliating, I would assume. It felt like someone was looking down and laughing at me, so... Okay, pushing himself over the limit, I guess. Yep, okay. So increase quality of your soul, right? Or something. How can you increase the limit? Is it like training on like gym or something? You just eat a little bit more, and then your like upper limit is increased? Do you level up? I don't hit the wall, but it wasn't the end. Techniques, sense of mind, a deeper connection to Agner bear. There were many paths for me to follow from here. If the conditions were right, I could easily pass this barrier. I'd felt that way back then, and I still do. It might be a cliche thing to say, but the only limits are the only ones you set yourself. Okay. Still, it is true that I couldn't do much about it at this point in time. It pissed the fuck out of me, so I decided to do something uplifting. Specifically, going around and killing everyone in sight, even if it meant wasting their souls. I mean, I'd never seen the murder as anything taboo anyway. Okay, so killing someone doesn't necessarily mean absorbing the soul, so I was wrong. I felt like they have to absorb every soul they kill. Like this is like basically automatic response. Maybe I was wrong. Actually, it makes sense. If that would be automatic response for them killing someone, then they wouldn't be able to open the 8 points in the Dies Irae. Because the whole point of this was like... The point was like sucking the souls from everyone that's been like on this battlefield, and if they would like take souls beforehand, that would never be able to happen. Makes sense, okay. Even if I couldn't suck their blood, I could have a good time just tearing them apart. And fuck if it made me feel good. I saw no reason not to do it. How does guy survive this? With that in mind, I began walking through the worst ruins, killing everyone I came across. Man, woman, young, old, none of it mattered to me. As her blood rained down my head, I cooled off a bit and began thinking a little more rationally. First and foremost, this couldn't go on forever. To us souls were fuel for our powers. Didn't, like, in the prologue of Dies Irae, the guy with Panzerfaust shot at Bey? Is this prologue? Oh no, wait, prologue happened in the Berlin. Never mind. And the guy... Like, for some reason, I thought, like, Bey was, like, on the ground, so the guy shot him with Panzerfaust, and then Schreiber attacked basically from the sky. But I think it's been just Schreiber, and the guy just, like, shot at Schreiber. I think that was the order. Yeah, Bey was never there, I think. I don't remember. Huh, prologue it's like so long ago. 202 episodes of this era. Right on the channel, holy crap. Then if I just threw a punch, it would be a magical trick in nature. With power far from the norm, and it would drain a bit of my fuel tank. That was why I already wasn't as full as I were mere moments ago. And just like I said before, my powers weren't all that costly, so I could just empty and replace the contents of my tank whenever I wanted. This made me realize that I'd have to learn to cope with hunger if I wanted to avoid this stress. Well, sure, hunger was stressful too, but it was way better than being overstuffed. You could barely move. Overfed. Pigs are disgusting creatures, you know. Of course you do. I was one of the beasts, claws and fangs, so hunger suited me far better than any alternative. Well, starving myself wasn't an option either. It was suicidal, so I sure as hell didn't want to become anorexic. I realized I had to find the best balance on that front. With that settled, I started thinking about what the others were up to. We hadn't seen each other for 2 or 3 years now. Just like me, they were scattered all over the place, fighting their own battles. We're about to be called together again. I had no means of knowing it at that point, but I definitely had a feeling we would. Lord Heydrich had told us to run as wild as we wished and gather as many souls as possible. Everyone else was obviously doing the same thing, and now that I was full, they were probably in similar state. Everyone had a different capacity. Some could store more than me, some less, but I felt they were reaching or at least approaching the limits. And that was why I assumed we would soon meet again. Was there like any kind of like info from the author, from Masada or something? Like, you know, on like art book or like some additional like charts or something about LDO members? Like, what is like capacity of like every single person here? Was there something like that somewhere? When the time came, I really fucking didn't want anyone looking down on me on my for my amount, and I didn't know how I would feel if I disappointed Lord Heydrich. In reality, the reality of my limit pissed me the fuck off, but there wasn't much I could do. It definitely wasn't something that could be solved in a day or two. That was why I had to find some sort of the new card I could play. Something that couldn't be linked to the amount of souls I had. If you considered me a one-man army, I had to learn strategies or formations that showed I was more than the sum of my numbers. At the very least, I had to show I'd found something like that and was making progress towards it. Vague ideas were worthless here. I needed a very clear paradigm shift I could aspire for. That might have made me sound like the bright-eyed, rebellious little brat, trying to go against the grain. But that sort of the impudence was important, if you ask me. Honestly, everyone who didn't get this sentiment was living a pretty damn boring life.
何かうまい案は何かねえのか。あるはずだろ、考えろ。
Interesting.
喧嘩は必ずしも数じゃねえ。現に俺は一人だった頃も群れてる奴らに負けなかった。そうだよ。慣れてるはずじゃねえか。
Yeah. I wonder, like, what, like, he's going to come up with, because I always got him as the very simple, like, you know, guy that's just, like, went for battle and, like, he, like, cool, like, fighting sense, basically. But I don't think that he strategized that much.
大軍で押しつぶすよりはそっちの方が俺らしい。だったら簡単な話だろ。簡単なら答えは簡単に見つけなきゃいけねえんだよ。
I walked and killed while mumbling such things, and the fact I couldn't find the answer pissed me off so much I was about to snap. Did he just throw a rubble? I think he did, yeah. That was when the building on my side collapsed. I let my anger take over and push the derbies with all I had. It was about as large as the bus, but that didn't mean shit to me. Damn thing shattered into pieces that flew dozens of meters away, revealing her within the rubble. Okay. That one. From the prologue. I mean, from the opening. Hello, what a meeting! You have a lot of bandages on you. On your feet, on your hand, on your neck. Like, your whole body is like in bandages, probably. Why? Interesting. Are you a nun? Or something? Were you like sheltering people? Huh. How did you survive this? At first glance, I felt like I was looking at a bird. Specifically, the kind that had a large wingspan. Yet, didn't seem so that heavy. Sort of like a crane. Then I began to think I was looking at a painting or something. No, seriously. To me it looked like she had a pair of wings. And where could you find one like that? Only in pictures, of course. Why you thought like she had wings? I guess like because of her. Right? White hair and just like spreading kinda, so it kinda looks like a wings, I guess. I guess like dress as well, like we have like wings. Yeah, I can see, okay. Interesting voice, I like this voice. I didn't expect this kind of voice actually from her. Yes, I was pulled back to reality. The fact she talked made it impossible for her to be painting or a bird. She was human. I decided to kill all humans I met, and she wouldn't be an exception. At least, that's what I thought, but... I like this voice, but I did not expect this voice. Okay. So the mere thank you stopped Bey from killing her? That's surprising, actually. I saved her. How she come to that conclusion? I didn't get her at all, so I took a moment to think about it. I mean, there was a rubble going down, and he just like smashed it. The only thing that came to my mind was the debris. It was almost crushed, and yet she would be flattened if I didn't blow it away. When you look at it like that, then sure, she wasn't wrong that I saved her. I never intended to. I still planned on killing her. But she wasn't exactly wrong. Honestly, that really fucking pissed me off. I mean, she was the only person besides Helga to ever thank me. I also found it annoying that she was misunderstanding me, just like that worthless sister mom of mine. Oh, that's why she survives. Because it reminded him of Helga. I see, okay.
は別にお前なんか助けちゃいねえよ。だいたいおかしいとは思わねえのか。
The fact she was thanking me could only mean she saw me blast the shit derby zero away. It was downright inhuman, so...
俺のことが怖くねえのか。
だってあなたは SS でしょ。
Yeah? Isn't that enough to be scared? Or are you a German too? I feel like maybe you're one of the resistance members in the Warsaw or something. She looked at me, stupefied. The woman seems so oblivious to the situation that I thought she would go nuts.
ドイツ軍です。そして私ドイツ人です。
Okay, she is actually. Okay.
味方です。仲間です。
Huh. Yeah, but on the same, yeah, but Bey doesn't care, really. But in this situation, seems like he actually cares. Also, the smile is very warm. I like this smile.
だから大丈夫です。
いや何がだよ。
I don't have a patriotic bone in me. I didn't give a shit whenever someone was German or not. Hell, even in this battle, I killed a ton of guys who were wearing uniforms like mine. Yep. The fact she was a woman and non-combatant didn't matter to me either. But that too was something she just couldn't have known.
最初にびっくりしたのは確かですが、軍の方なら我々が知らないような力をお持ちだったりするんですよ。
Okay.
我々を守ってくださるために。だったら怖がるなんてこと罰が当たっちゃいますよ。なのでもう一度あなたに感謝を。
まあいい。もういい。わかったからお前喋んな。
I figured it would be impossible to get her understanding through talk, and frankly I wasn't good at that anyway. So I decided to act. She got me all confused and made me feel damp as shit for the hot minute. But I wasn't about to let go of my original plan for her. She will get my point when she's dead. I thought, as I prepared to kill her, but then...
ところであなた、私と同じなんですね。
Extremely interesting statement. No wonder he stopped at that. Why you think so?
Huh?
More words that made no sense. Even more than her previous ones, in fact. She got me to stop. She got me to stop before I killed her twice in a row. That was some kind of record, and that made me more confused than angry. The woman, on the other hand, was smiling happily. Then she pointed at herself and then at me, urging me to take a better look.
彼の肌は雪のように白く、またバラの花のように赤く、髪は羊毛のように白く、目は美しく透き通っていた。
Oh, you meant the look. Snow and red as blooming of the rose. Where's the red on you? I guess the string of the cross here. But yeah, you do have a white hair like Bey, and I assume you are also pale as hell. Just like Bey. Can't say, but apparently she's also the albino with the pale skin. And also, she complimented his eyes, it seems.
聖書はお読みになりませんか？私たちは
Oh!
共にノアの子なのですよ。
I had no idea that's a description. That's a new info for me.
こっちの意味でもお仲間の人とはさすがに初めて会いました。
That I finally realized what she was talking about. I had to agree. Huh! White skin, white hair, eyes that lost color. Eyes that would lost color? Wait. Not sure about the eyes part, but all of those were traits of someone who hated all sunlight and could only live at night. At the very least, I couldn't deny she had a plight similar to me. Suddenly, some sort of revelation struck me like lightning.
同じか。
はい、きっとこれは主のお導きなのでしょう。
Claudia.
お名前をお聞かせください。私はクラウディア。
Okay.
俺はビルヘルム。
Then I realized that she would be useful.
ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグだ。ああ、
Okay.
お前の恩人様だよ。
Yes, I decided to make use of her. It was my right as the savior and her duty as the saved.
ついてこい。ここから出るぞ。
Interesting! Warsaw continued to burn as an idiot took my hand, not questioning me for even a split second. That was my meeting with this numbskull of woman, Claudia. Interesting beginning! Claudia Jerusalem was a nun, and she was so pious you could almost smell the church wax on her. Okay? But you know what? I think we may learn this in the next episode actually. I will just save here. Wait, I didn't save after I played last time? Oh, because I played the prologue. Right. Okay. Let's just save here and I will see you in the next episode. Yeah. We just met Claudia. This is the first meeting with Claudia. They seems to be the same as she said. And I'm really curious how the story actually went and ended, because she's not in the Dies Irae later. Is she dead? Did they like went separate ways? What kind of attachment they going to have to each other? I'm really interested in the story. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. Leave a like if you liked the episode. Subscribe, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to support me and see the episodes earlier as well. Comments are yours. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch, let's going out.